Hey everybody, a heads up before we get into this video. My microphone, just like the Lions defense, decided to stop working. So this video is going to be even shorter than I wanted it to be because I am livid right now. Let's go. Alright, welcome back to the channel. As you already know, I'm Hat and Beard. Let's dive into the Lions' defensive statistics from the 48-45 beatdown at the hands of Seattle Seahawks on Sunday. Alright, first and foremost, we gave up 550 total yards, 320 of them were passing yards, and 235 were rushing. Geno Smith accounted for all 320 of them passing yards and 2 touchdowns, but he also contributed 50 yards and a touchdown on the ground. So we made Geno Smith look like a fucking all-star, and that's awesome because Aaron Glenn has such a big brain. Rashad Penny was able to tear us up for 17 attempts for 157 yards. He was averaging 8.9 yards a clip and 2 touchdowns, including a couple of big runs on third down that absolutely sealed the deal late in the game because our defense, regardless of wherever Aaron Glenn and his 10,000 IQ decided to put people, he couldn't put people in a position to succeed. And then DK Metcalf absolutely obliterated Jeff Okudah. He went off for 7 catches, 149 yards, averaging 21.3 yards a clip. That is his best outing this year. He's been absolutely stagnant all season long, but thanks to our amazing coaching staff, our top flight defensive coordinator, who's going to be a head coach somewhere in the league, who's better than anybody else could ever possibly imagine, Aaron Glenn, he's such an amazing defensive coordinator that he's going to stifle, DK Metcalf. He's going to really stifle a wide receiver who has been failing all year in an offense that has been stagnant all year until they play Detroit and Aaron Glenn, who just gives everybody a leg up because Aaron Glenn is an awful defensive coordinator. Tyler Lockett contributed 6 catches for 91 yards. And then it should come as no shock to anybody since we have no linebackers that can cover. Look, I like Malcolm Rodriguez. He's a good player, but our linebackers can't cover. Our defense can't do their job. No one on our defense can do our job. But both of Geno Smith's touchdowns went to tight ends. Big Montana Will Disley caught one early on, which I figured they were just going to keep going back to the well and really embarrass us. I'm glad they didn't because, as it's evident this whole season, Aaron Glenn can't scheme his way out of a paper bag or make any second half adjustments, especially like if you look at the Commies game where we were just absolutely playing lights out in the first half. Washington went in the locker room, made a couple of adjustments. We went in the locker room and, I don't know, proceeded to fucking blow ourselves the whole time because nothing came out and played properly. It was absolutely embarrassing. The Seattle Seahawks had 27 first downs. That's insane. They were 9 of 12 on third down. 9 of 12. 9. They converted 9 third downs, including a couple long ones, because our defense, so good. Top flight defensive coordinator. Oh, look at that. Pete Carroll, who's an older coach. Oh, he's been in the Super Bowl twice. He's won a Super Bowl. Ha! Well, he must be a dumb coach. He must be an awful coach. He must be terrible because, well, he didn't go for it on fourth down at all. 0 times did he go for it. Dan Campbell goes for it all the time because Dan Campbell and his coaching staff they have a 10,000 IQ, right? Like each coach has a 10,000 IQ. Nobody is smarter than the Lions coaching staff, including dumbass old Pete Carroll, who doesn't go for it on fourth down, but still manages to beat us in our own house. When his team was putting up 17 points a game, they came in here and dropped 48 on our top flight defense. Just an amazing defense. Just so good. Aaron Glenn, so good. You let him run 63 plays. And then these are the 2 stat lines that really salt my nuts here, fellas. Top flight defensive coordinator, 2nd overall pick in the draft, was on a defensive end who had 3 sacks in the first half of one game. I don't see any sacks. You didn't log any sacks. I don't mean Aiden Hutchinson didn't log any sacks. I mean our defense. Our defense got no sacks. 0 sacks. You know what else they got 0 of? They got 0 sacks, and they also made the Seahawks punt 0 times. That's how you win games, fellas. That's how you win games. You lose the turnover battle, allow the opposing offense not to punt at all. You get to the quarterback exactly 0 times. You put no pressure on him. You get to him no times. What an amazing defense. Seattle even committed more penalties than us. They committed 11 penalties for 76 yards. So they lost the penalty battle too. They ran fewer plays. They had more flags. They had a fumble, which Malcolm Rodriguez, awesome that you were able to get that fumble, contributing on special teams, even though you're the best linebacker we have on our team. It kind of blows my mind that we put him out there on special teams wanting him to get hurt. And then you let him have the ball for 33 minutes. So all in all, Seattle's offense just beat the fucking brakes off of us. Just beat the fucking brakes right off of our defense. Aaron Glenn made me look like a little bitch. As the week progresses, I'm having a harder and harder time even like rationalizing your coaching scheme because, dude, I just don't understand, man. I don't understand you know, are you gonna? You got to do something, man. You have got to do something. Yeah, Jerry Jeudy's coming back off the PUP list. That's great, and I think because he's a little bit more of a sticky man cover corner than Amani Oruwariye. Maybe getting guys off the PUP list is gonna help. Maybe it was Tracy Walker who was the linchpin of our defense. Top to bottom, our whole defense is just trash, man. Everything about it. Aiden Hutchinson's a shining spot. Jeff Okudah was on the up and up, and Malcolm Rodriguez, he was on the up and up. But it's just been rough. I mean, our three leaders on defense were Deshaun Elliott, who's been playing. I mean, he's not a corner or a cover safety, man. He's more of a run game supporting safety, but he's been playing really, really good, man. Like, I'm really happy with what Deshaun Elliott's been doing. Could you imagine how bad our defense would be if we didn't have Deshaun Elliott laying thumps down in the secondary, dude? He's out there dropping his shoulder on guys and putting the hit on them, and I really like it. He's a little bit more of an enforcer. He had 9 tackles. Again, our DBs are leading the team in tackles. I absolutely hate that. Malcolm Rodriguez had 7 tackles, and he had that one huge fumble on special teams. We know what we're getting out of Malcolm Rodriguez. Come week 4 of the regular season, I can no longer be like, hey, good job, young man, with a 7 tackles and a fumble stat line, because you, as a 6th-round draft pick rookie, have exceeded expectations so far, and our defense is so bad that now it's expected for you to play like this. A quarter of the way through your rookie year as a 6th-round draft pick, we're expecting you to play like this? That's not fair, man. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate because that's a lot of pressure to put on a guy. Do I think Rodrigo can handle it? Yeah, I think Rodrigo can handle it. That's neither here nor there. He shouldn't be in this position to begin with. They shouldn't be putting this much pressure on him, considering. In reality, if Brad Holmes wasn't a general manager, do you think Malcolm Rodriguez would even get drafted onto a team? Do you think he'd even be in the league right now? Probably not. But we got Brad Holmes as a GM. And that's one of the shining spots of our team. And then Jeff Okudah, while he was getting burned all day long, contributed 5 tackles. So 2 of our 3 leading tacklers on defense were DBs. That's not good, man. That's not good. No INTs, 1 fumble on special teams, no INTs, no sacks, no pressure. You couldn't stop them. They didn't punt at all. You have a kicker who gets hurt after missing 2 games, and you elect to cut his replacement from last year, who's only going on to kick, basically going to go to the Pro Bowl this year because he's been so good. Lights out, 7 of 8 in San Diego 2 weeks ago. And then you have a head coach who goes out and says that the reason we lost the game is because Jared Goff threw a pick 6. You can't have that. Great job, Dan Campbell. You just threw Jared Goff directly under the bus, and you're setting the foundation for you to go ahead and go out there and draft a quarterback and remove yourself from the Jared Goff experience, which is unfortunate because Jared Goff seems to be clicking with Ben Johnson really well, and they have been playing. I mean, Jared Goff has been playing lights out, man. Jared Goff has been playing higher than any expectations we had for him, but that's neither here nor there. This isn't an offensive breakdown video. This is a short defensive breakdown video. And look at that. We're coming in nice and quick like that because when you have a trash can style defense and there's no room for improvement, there's really nothing we can do. This is what it is. This is what it's going to be, man, unless you can make some drastic changes, unless you go with more of a 4-3 style and just hope to God Derek Barnes can come in and I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Saying that made me throw up a little bit in my mouth. I still think 6 or 7 wins on the season is possible, but it's getting harder and harder because you should have won this game. You should have won the last game. We should be sitting at 3-1. Hell, we should be sitting at 3-1 and arguing as to why we're not 4-0. How we let the Philly game slip out. And really, that hypothetical argument comes back to the real argument we're having right now, and that's Aaron Glenn can't fucking scheme his way out of a paper bag. Anyway, I've been Hat and Beard. You guys have been a great audience. We'll catch you in the next one for our preview video for the Week 5 matchup against the New England Matt Patricias and Bailey Zappies. Can't wait to get embarrassed out in New England. See you guys in the next one. Peace.